Thank you for having me.
Thank you God for coming, Dayo. Hello and welcome to the Closer Lab podcast. This podcast is for event creators, goers, and for you. So if you like anything event planning, event creating, attending events, or even staying up to date with events, this podcast is for you. Meanwhile, this is our first episode on the Closer Lab podcast. So do also hit the subscribe button. My name is Ujo Keke and I am your host for today. And with me here is Adedayo Adeleye, who is a culture curator, talent manager, shaping Lagos music and Lagos electronic music and Alte music. So Dayo, tell us about yourself. I mean, the things I can't explain.
Thanks for having me. First off, it's awesome to be on the first episode of this.
Yeah.
And yes, I build communities for myself and people. Curate experiences, and I also manage talent. And this allows me to exist in an ecosystem where, there's a lot of constructive collaborations.
Yeah.
That's mainly what I do. And by virtue of all this, it enables me to also influence the culture positively.
Oh, so by influencing the culture, what are you basically doing?
By influencing the culture, we are creating a sustainable ecosystem where people are hired, and obviously if they're hired, they'll be paid. And yeah, a lot of people get their first opportunities, which now, by virtue of a domino effect, spirals into way more job, or rather more job offers for them. So yeah, what we're doing is we're creating springboards. At the same time, we're also putting together infrastructures that allow creatives to earn while expressing themselves.
Oh, that's good. So Dayo, I know you are the founder of Group Collective, and so tell us, what is the Group Collective all about? I mean, for someone that's just hearing it for the first time.
Yeah, so basically the Group Collective is it's a platform that was created to deliver experiences that last beyond just set dates. And to even expatiate on that, it is basically created where was basically created to have an ecosystem where creatives can earn, and also allow us to tell our stories and express ourselves without any modern confines. And the baseline of our expression, or one of our expressions, is to have the biggest festival in Lagos electronic scene that would allow us to export our music and in turn also export our experiences. So obviously we want to start by doing it right in Lagos, and then before you know it, they're talking about how this is the best run festival for the Lagos, or rather for the Afro house scene in West Africa. And
Okay, so why Lagos first?
Why Lagos? Well, because I was born and bred here, and then the opportunities that gravitate to this location based off economic policies, based off the traffic, let me use the right terms, based off the influx of opportunities and just the diverse people from diverse cultures aggregating here.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So why not Lagos if not?
Actually, why not Lagos? Yeah. Okay. So Dayo, tell us, how has the experience been as an Alte person? How has it been generally?
Man, we had the conversation before this. I did my best to kind of separate the layers. I guess people hear Alte, a lot of people, like I said, either understand the wrong thing, or just understand what they're basically used to in terms of people who are dressed in certain manners or whatnot. But like I said, it always boils down to layers of expressions and the consistent attempt to keep creating until you strike gold. That to me is what identifies as an alternative person, because the freedom from the confines of modernity allow you, or rather the confines of the times allow you to express yourself in when I say brighter hues than the average person, or what history as we know is maybe used to in terms of patterns.
Okay, so as someone that, for me, I'm talking from a personal perspective right now, and I know I'm going to be communicating with other Nigerians when I say this. As someone that has been seeing the Alte kind of vibe on social media as a kind of setting dressing, are you telling us to, do away with that mindset?
No, I'm telling you that mindset is just 1/4 or 1/3 of what it consists of.
Okay.
To be a creative,
Okay.
and I guess what I'm really even trying to say here is that it takes guts to express yourself, especially with the resistance that the generation before you will provide as we deviate from what may be seen as the norm, and through that resistance, what happens is either expressions are stifled and people opt for mediocrity, or and I'm not saying be a rebel per se, but like despite and then some people end up like genuinely breaking the caps that are put on their growth and whatnot. And like I guess everyone's journey is different, but it just boils down to wherever you find yourself or whatever you find yourself handed or whatever cards you're dealt, like just be consistent in the way you express yourself creatively. From learning skills to just basically brushing up. Yeah, baseline is your skill set. Basically ensuring that your skill set puts you in a position to provide value, not just be among.
Yeah.
So I think that be among thing, yeah, as a collective or for any collective, it's fun to have a back end, but for you to genuinely tap in with your identity and the and basically the influence or what you're going to bring to the table, you've got you genuinely got to like show up.
Okay. So, as someone that, like I said, does not have so much knowledge about Alte, but, through reading and so many other things, I realized that the immersion of the popularity of Alte per se started in 2016 and all. So, before then, how did Alte, rise from the underground to spotlight and all?
Time and chance.
Time and chance.
Time and
Oh,
chance, man. These guys happen to be ready.
yeah.
The likes of Odunsi, Santi, and a couple of other people who were repping the collective or the scene through their various forms of expressions, whether it was through fashion, through music, or yeah, through whatever they were doing that just kind of put the spotlight on us because, there were also those moving behind the scene doing things like A&R and whatnot.
Yes.
And like, yeah,
Okay, okay. So now we know that it was time and
time
chance
and chance.
per se, and with this time and chance, I mean, time has changed. We have songs like Afrobeats, we have hip hop and all, but I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about Afrobeat at this point.
Yeah.
The relationship between Afrobeat and Alte, are you competing or are you guys
So
in communion?
like or rather, let me even try and make it clear. For every product that one would sell these days, you are going to have to cater to a variety of target audiences,
Yeah,
and for the most part, at least those who comprise of the alternative scene will either be product owners or the product consumers.
yeah,
I don't know if you understand what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like, so I guess the power of the alternative scene was shifting from being consumers to actually being part of the creators, those who
Okay.
put things on the shelf.
So we have those kind of
So,
electronic
and
music.
well, for electronic music, it's existed since the 80s. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, there's just a heavy resurgence or yeah, there's a heavy resurgence. There's been a careful curation for it, the appetite. We have the likes of Element House who have been doing this for a decade.
Yeah.
They've walked, or rather, they've walked so we can run, and that kind of thing. So, like, yeah, and now it's getting clear that there's the Afro House boom in Africa and West Africa, hot DJs from different countries in Africa rocking it on the global stage, and now the spotlight is on Nigeria. DJs from Abuja, DJs from Lagos, they're killing it,
Yeah.
man. Likes of Aniko, um, likes of Sound of Ace, We All Chemicals, Blessing Awana, Ed Surfing, Afters, Dave. We have a ton of amazing talents here.
Yeah.
And it's not just from making the music to even curating the experiences that we have seen to now exporting these experiences. So the culture is on the up, man, 100.
Okay, okay. So the culture is aligning both with Afrobeat and also you people are doing your thing.
So like, yeah, Afrobeat has been the forerunner for artistic expressions from
Yeah.
Nigeria. And, you know, I'm not too conversant with the temperature of the industry, but I know we're blazing. On the other spectrum of the music. We now have the Afro House, which is a branch under the electronic music, and that too allows people to make you know you can make your own tracks if you're versed with how to do it, and yeah, you know how it is now when eight people are pointing to a street. When you pass, something will, curiosity will be picked to you to where they pointed at.
Yeah.
And right now, it's pointing to Lagos. It's pointing to Nigeria, and now there's a conduit. It's not just come see what they're doing, but like we can take what we're doing to other countries in Africa. And like I'll give you a good example. Um, the likes of Abiodun Abilejo, he's playing at Yege Yege Festival. I think I can't remember the dates, but that is a huge deal. Like to see our local DJs curate amazing experiences here and get involved in initiatives that highlight their value, and then they are now called across the borders to provide that same value. It just shows you it works. There's something that is being done right, and can only keep getting better, man. Like me, I'm here for the full ride, man. Fun of it.
I mean,
So
you
like,
said Ote is consistency, so I mean,
you have to
you're all
consistently
in.
express yourself,
Yes, you're all
consistently
in.
create,
You're all in.
and also learn how to learn from your mistakes. Very important.
Okay. So you've told us Ote is about consistency, bringing something to the table, having depth knowledge about what you're doing and what you're not doing, and all
Yeah.
and all. So is Ote trying to? I want to understand. Is Ote trying to stand out? Like are you guys pioneering trends, or you're just playing weird?
So you can pioneer a trend by playing weird.
Okay.
It's all in the curation.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I think like in every times, or rather through the times, certain expressions, certain looks will be tagged with certain periods, certain times, and certain generations.
Yeah.
Time and chance today is called Ote. You get what I'm saying? We don't know what we call 10 years from now. But what would matter is we're not being referred to as vagabonds or scallywags or menaces to the society, but like you can see it's the doings. The doings are all over the place. If you apply yourself, it'll show. You get what I'm saying? And like everyone just owes it to themselves to make their ambition their muse. I think that in itself, to me, is the definition of being an alternative creative or like a personal. Like you make your ambition your muse, and the law that is you. You're becoming. You wear it well. You glide through situations easier said than done, but like you show up.
So there's no official application to
There's
become
no
an
official
Ote.
application. There are jokes. There are jokes that depict that you have to wear 18 piercings.
Yeah, and do some
but,
certain things.
But there was, like I said, when you're breaking through the confines, you will have, various artistic expressions and different tempos of. So where society says, "Oh, this line is only 6 centimeters long," and it should only be straight. You have someone who goes and does his own zigzag patterns at the tip of 6 centimeters. Like it's just life has various ways to get things done. You get what I'm saying? So it's follow here, man.
Yeah.
Follow here.
So you're doing the group collective.
Yeah.
So the whole it's been a thing of V1, V2, V3. So what inspired both the V1, both the event itself, both the party? What's the whole story behind it?
So like I'm a sucker for serendipity, and like I love crew love. Like I like when I get things together with my friends. I have a lot of very talented friends. So like sitting around, I'm looking at my friend Bosola who runs Linear Delicia, sustainable linear brand, sweet stuff, and we're looking at this blank canvas that is Takwa Bay, and we're like, we can do something here.
Takwa Bay, that's the beach.
Yeah, that's where the beach where we've done most of our series. And we started to reach out to curators like Doja, DJs like Afters, and basically we sat down, pulled resources together, reached out to other people whose skill sets were required, sort of for us by us approach. Indie, and we did it the first time, matured a little the second time, matured a little better at V3, and now we turn one in December. So it's going to be. We want to genuinely show that at least our two front teeth are out, And it's like an ode to the community that also helped create us and has helped keep us sustainable. Um, we're repaying their belief in us with the longevity
Yeah.
of our initiatives, and not just the longevity, but the impact. We have people who come to our events and re all of a sudden they develop a renewed interest in
Okay.
some of their forgotten skill sets.
Yes.
Someone comes and is like, what, I'm going to start taking pictures again. I don't know why I stopped in the first place. Or what, I'm going to go pick a deck up. Let me go back to making music or playing the instrument. I'm like, yeah, that in it is it's enough for me.
I mean, that's what makes you a talent manager. And so we could say it was your love for community that inspired the whole V1 V3. And
Exactly.
how has the planning? How has it been
It's been
being an event creator?
it's been crazy. There have been ups and downs. There have been very emotional downs where you're like, you're not doing this anymore. But like I said, that thing about longevity and showing up, like you just keep showing up because like your life can change tomorrow.
Feels like you were built with two heads
Yeah.
because it's so not easy to be this consistent.
Man. But like shout out to my team, man. Amazing set of people who also have their own in-depth knowledge of the industry that we exist in. And yeah, they give it their best. So like shout out to the group collective team.
That was the good quality.
Yeah.
So with everything that has been going on with the current phase, let me say phase or phase in right now. What do you think Ote is going to be in the next 10 years? I don't know. I've always viewed Ote like a community of people that came together. Maybe like people say, "Well, you have a WhatsApp group." You just came together.
It's a collective broken up into different sects.
Yeah.
And honestly, the next 10 years, it will when you look it up on the internet, you're going to have mentions of successful business names that follow
Okay,
suit.
okay, but you are not planning to have something like a Nollywood
No,
or a Hollywood sector. I've always viewed okay like that.
things will branch out, but honestly, I think they take on different names,
Okay.
and it will be. I guess it's going to be more in the impact than the name this time around.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? But I'm glad the name stuck, and I'm glad that it even causes some sort of confusion because eventually those who are misinformed will learn.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Like these are people and youth across certain tiers of generational classifications who are giving things their all, who have been through different um, torrid situations.
Yes.
Can't get into details, but people have gone through a lot of rubbish, and to come out of that with this art that is you first as a person, and then the things that come out of your or are created through your hand, your mind, and whatnot, is just a great thing, man. I think that is the best part, and I don't know, there's something in humans that gravitates to controversy, so that's why it's easier for people to misunderstand you
Yes.
than it is for them to grasp a concept, even when it's so glaring. You get what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
Okay.
Me identify with those that show workings. That's it. Like
that's your own.
That's my own definition. Like really, just do your thing, man.
Yeah.
Understand? Feel forward. It always aligns. If the lesson that you come out of this round is that okay, this craft is not for you.
Yeah.
It's a powerful lesson. I'm telling you something. People go years working
Trying
jobs and things that don't fulfill them.
Yes.
But it makes sense because like this just seems like the path one should go in and whatnot. But like
But I want to be a little tricky here. But I don't want to. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. But do you believe that someone in the corporate world can be in all things? Because you've been talking about skills, talent. You're a talent manager. So
used to be a product manager. This is my first full year in entertainment.
Oh.
Yeah, my last 9 to 5 gig was in January.
Okay. So but you were doing your
I
OT
was
thing
I
while
was
pushing
trying
your
to
9 to
juggle
5.
it, but man, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it didn't work out for me. So I'm here now, and I genuinely feel like I'm in an arena where I get to consistently create, and I think that's enough for me.
Consistently create.
Yeah, because by virtue of consistently creating platforms, initiatives, and whatnot, you get to meet more people.
Yeah.
And this is how we constructively collaborate and just come up with amazing stuff. So like yeah, the world is
So
our oyster.
so what was your biggest oh I did this moment? I mean you've had V1, V2, V3. That's a lot. Your biggest I did this.
Honestly, I don't know. It's just the way I'm wired.
Okay.
I'm surrounded by people who help me remember that oh yeah you did this, but I don't bask for one. I don't know why I can't do it yet. Maybe because what I'm really gunning for hasn't come
Yeah.
out. Yeah, but right now, I'm grateful for the things that have gone right. I'm grateful for the things that have not or seemed like they haven't. But everything is happening the way it should be, and like I think every moment when you summarize it in its different parts was worth something. Is worth something.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Is
Yeah.
worth something. And like the Group Collective is my Lagos electronic project. I also have like an alternative leisure platform called Candid Movie Club. That's
Oh.
been going on for about 8 years.
Oh, tell
People
us
come
about
together.
that.
We bring people from all walks of life together. We watch movies, short movies, extended plays. We play games. We listen to music. And like yeah, we just mix our interests, but on the um, the platform of that one thing we share, which is a love for movies.
Okay.
Ironically, today is our kickback,
Oh,
which
oh,
is a
that's
12-hour
great.
session of movie games back to
Oh,
back.
12 hours.
Yes,
So,
movie games.
is this? I said earlier that you will have two heads because is there a special kind of strength given to you people? Because I know V1, V2, V goes for 24
Yeah,
hours,
okay,
and now
yeah,
there is a movie
yeah.
12
Now,
hours.
so like, there's nothing where they say there's no me without you. So it boils
Okay,
down to the team and the consumers of these products.
okay.
We do our research, we experiment, and people plug in, and we just also try and take as much feedback as we can, so we can continue to improve our processes and whatnot. But like,
Okay.
yeah, here we are. Um,
Candid movie. Is it also an updating? Because I know V1, V2, V3. You may not necessarily say it's secluded only to Alte, but
mhm.
it's a big Alte vibe. So is
um,
Candid movie like
so what
that?
I've learned is that we have a plethora of um, or what rightly put, we have a lot of segments to our target market.
Okay.
The alternative scene is part of it.
Okay.
um, I don't know if I'm correct, whether it's the Gen X or the Gen Z, but like
Gen
my,
Z.
my age grade, I would say
Okay.
28,
Millennial.
33, we cater to them too. Everyone's looking for alternative ways to have fun.
Yeah, actually.
You understand?
Actually.
And the current government is making things easier
Yeah.
because the average experience is getting more expensive. So we need to innovate, and in that innovation is another economy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like, yeah,
You're giving people fun at an affordable rate.
at an affordable rate too, because and like aside just being affordable, where the world has always been community based. Things just I guess we became more isolated with modernity.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's good to remind people to revisit the essence of having your tribe.
Yeah.
You know, the set of people that will be there for you even when we're not having fun.
Yeah.
We try our best. If it's an issue um, with a member where we can step in terms of support. We do our best. These things are also limited based on peculiarities of certain situations at the background. But like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. In just out of curiosity once again, are there people that you particularly say this is the person I look up to as an OT? Uh, okay, let's say for me, I've
Mm.
always had the dream of being in the movie industry,
Fair,
and then
fair.
I see people like Nancy Sime, and
Mm.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait, to get to this level. Are there people like that in the OT that you just say, oh,
Yeah, there are people that different. There are people that everyone has the various people that they look up to at certain
yeah,
summits in their lines, various lines of interest.
okay,
My current line of interest is experience curation, brand partnerships, brand marketing.
okay,
The person I look up to is not necessarily Orte, but like the experiences she curates
okay.
caters to those people. And that's BC Lola, founder of Afro Vibes Africa.
Mm.
That's someone I look up heavily to. Like,
The consistency, the
consistency of the
push.
creation, the
Yeah.
zero sum way she goes about going, her checklist and ensuring that no stone is left unturned.
Yeah.
And um, these are the things that birth a holistic experience. Because when you take note of every little kink, then you basically you reduce the risk of failure.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
usually, when you do your part to a whole, then everything usually goes the way it should go because you are in your predetermined field. So why shouldn't you succeed? What can basically stop you from achieving why you were created?
Does being an Alte have a thing to do with religion? Do you believe in the power of the universe? Like the way people will say, some people will
So
say their vibe is earthy.
honestly, to each his own, man. I guess what I can just really align from this is that Christianity and religion are two different concepts.
Okay, okay, tell me about it.
And my basic understanding is everyone should just try and have their personal relationship
God.
with who they identify as their own maker.
Okay.
You understand? Me, I identify with Jesus. That's the person that
Okay.
runs my own all my patterns, clear cut.
Oh, your
You
pyro.
get what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's it. So like, to each his own. But when we converge to create, we are
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Mm.
There's no religious disparity,
No, no, no,
or it
no, no.
does
All
not.
those things are just to cause confusion when we should be
Yeah.
making progress. I
Yeah.
won't lie.
Okay, okay, okay. I get because I've seen things like my vibe is earthy,
And then
my
yeah, people have
I
people
have
have
my
their various things that they want to get involved in, man. You get what I'm saying?
okay.
And for the lot, it works for them.
Yeah.
I don't want to make inferences that might appear like I'm joking about with some people's beliefs. So
Yeah.
I'll just leave it there to each his own. And like if anything, what works for you, stick to it with the purity of heart.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that's it about religion. Okay, to you personally, as an Olte person, was one music or a kind of just a music that kind of describes your journey
Hmm.
so far?
Um, I swear to God, like I don't even. I listen to music for leisure. I don't. I think the era where I used to listen to jams and like resonate so deeply with my life on the personal level have passed. I'm just. I don't know. I'm too pragmatic for that.
And that era, what was one music that you could remember? You're saying, this music, this there are music that could help you through depression. You know,
Hmm.
you just remember it. Like I remember when I was down so period, this music was my go-to. Like that era.
So the thing is, I can't even remember the name.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, stuff from artists like Kendrick. I mean, till now, I still like jams from Kendrick Lamar, man. Like they uplift my mental when I'm
Yeah, he's
stuck in a
good.
rut. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But like, yeah.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
like, I think one of the things I listen to music when I'm now in a good mood.
When you're not
When
in a
I'm
good.
now in a good mood,
Okay, music used to
I
be a sort of escape for you.
yeah, I mean, it still is when I'm partying. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like, I don't put on music when shit isn't going right.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Or where it's like, fuck, what's happening right now?
Oh.
Yes, it's when I'm balanced and not on and I'll listen to jams.
Okay. Okay. Another thing that has always like piqued my curiosity with Ote is the audacity. I don't know
Yes,
if the
yeah.
audacity comes from an in-depth knowledge of yourself, or I don't know. Is there a kind of
It comes from the
reason
resistance.
that's audacity?
It's basically the resistance.
Okay,
It's a
because
symptom of the
that's the reason people
resistance.
see people as rule breakers.
Yeah, it's just a symptom of the resistance.
Okay.
And as long as that resistance births something constructive, something of value, and that value that extends beyond yourself, you're in the right.
Okay.
Then you're in the right.
Okay.
Value is relative, but for the most part, we all know the kind of value that we pursue, and
Yeah.
something that has positive sentiments and
Impact.
elements attached to it with impacts as well. So like,
Is it always positive?
um,
The
is it always no? That one I cannot. I don't know who's keeping the scoreboard, but
okay.
like yes, I can't tell. But for me, you know when you've made progress. You know
Yeah.
what has happened or transpired that you say yes, I've made progress.
Okay.
You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
So like yeah,
So back to the Candid movie
club,
night.
yes.
Okay, movie club.
It's a movie club, yeah.
Okay, I was curious as to if it's secluded just to the Alte
No, no,
community?
it's not.
Okay.
It's open to all.
So
You
what
know,
kind of movies do you believe in? Like, is this the
we usually we have an online platform where people we discuss
okay.
movie concepts and certain genres. Then we'll now pick movies and put them on those genres and have the community vote.
Votes.
You
Oh,
know, but for the kickback, it's like you know, we keep it curious. We have a we have a three a selection of three movies which we'll go through, for the course of the night. And we have a lot of games we'll play, split people
mm,
into teams, and then we have some of our Lagos finest Afro house DJs that will come and spin their sets and their sessions. So it's about to be a great one.
oh, okay. The V3, V1, V2, and all goes on from let's say from 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. and the
The movie, okay,
movie goes
movie
on
thing goes on from six. It usually starts from 4 p.m. and then that goes up until 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, so is it like in a beach too?
No, no, no. It's in an
Oh,
apartment. We
okay.
got we take out we're in an apartment where we're not partnering with the Jameson Yard. Um, or we're not making use of the Jameson Yard in partnership with Jameson. Yeah. Sometimes we rent out an apartment and you know we have customers come. We watch movies, we play games, and we commune.
Okay.
Jolly commune.
Okay. That's that's a lot of information on the Ote community. And
Mm,
just with this opportunity, let me remind you people to please subscribe, follow us, comment, and I mean stay tuned with more updates.
yeah.
Okay, so Dayo, we know that you have productions under you,
hmm
like 8 or 10.
I think it's now 12.
Oh, now 12. Oh, that's good. For how long have you been doing this?
For
And
yeah, it's not so yeah. I started in December
and you
last year.
already have 10 productions under you.
Yes.
So what is it movie or music or
The productions are
what's the
basically
segment?
events.
Events
So I have
productions.
basically delivered about 10 plus events. So I started in
Wow.
December.
Wow.
So 10 and counting.
Wow. This includes the V1, V2 and
Yeah, it
all.
includes the V series, includes
Wow.
consultations that we've taken on board. And then it also includes the jobs or the deliverables that have been given to me in form of an event to make this
Okay.
happen. A good example is the Demi Live. I think my fourth Demi Live production would be tomorrow.
Semi live
Yeah,
production.
Demi Live is what I do
Tell
for
us about it.
an Afro House DJ and producer called Demi. Yeah,
Okay.
we created an experience that was centered around him and the music that he makes, so that those who enjoy his music or who gravitate to the Afro House sound from a local level, they come through
So
and come
you're
enjoy
telling
it.
his story, more like an autobiography. You're telling his story while he was alive and
No, more like we're delivering a rave experience centered
okay.
around his music, and then we
Okay.
also utilize other prominent DJs in the scene. And then what we have is a night where people can enjoy, a beautiful selection of Afro house music from 10 a.m. up until 4 a.m. in the evening
From with Timmy Live's music.
with Demi, the artist, the DJ,
Timmy,
at the
okay,
center.
Timmy. Okay, it's the events that is Timmy Live.
Live,
Oh,
exactly.
oh, this is a lot of experience and all. Do you host things like because the kind of the different parties are these disco? Do you host things like silent disco parties?
People
Because
do.
those are the
People
kind of
do. Yeah.
different vibe. I mean, it's not the regular clubbing, it's not the regular, you've mentioned raves, you've mentioned hotel parties, you've mentioned movie gatherings, and so
So
those
people do. It's just not my cup of tea per
okay.
se, up until it becomes my cup
Your
of
cup
tea.
of tea,
Yeah.
okay. But is it something
No,
you
it,
look
it, it is a thing, immersive audio visual experiences.
yes, because
Sometimes.
with everything you've mentioned, you don't do the regular, just normal Lagos party,
No,
normal
no,
I
no,
just
no,
want to
no,
party kind
no,
of
no, no,
vibe.
no, no, no.
So
We're carefully, and not to say that those other experiences are not carefully
no, no,
curated,
no, they are.
but we're carefully curating our own experiences
Okay.
as one would take up the task of painting. You know, every stroke matters, every color mixture, the kind of brush you use. These are just terminologies to explain how in depth those who really care about this craft take their time to ensure that come that day, when someone stands on that dance floor, they can feel the intent you used to build your experience.
Yeah.
You can feel the safety that you have ensured through structures that you have put in place. And like, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to ask another very funny question.
Mhm.
If Ote was a feeling, like how would you describe it?
Freedom. Freedom
Freedom.
to be you. Yes, that you're not considering what will be said. I mean, and even if you do, you are not making a final decision based off it.
Okay.
So yes,
Okay.
freedom.
So that's why the Ote community feels like a place where you enter and nobody's judging you, no matter who you are or what you are.
So there will always be judgments wherever you go, because people will judge what they don't understand or what they fear.
But the Ote community on its own, they are very accommodating, non-judgmental
Oh
people.
yes, I mean
Yeah. Yeah.
baseline, yes. But everybody just owes it to themselves to do things devoid of the limitations that come with judgment. It's very dangerous.
Mm.
Because even the people judging you, they don't have their shit figured out.
Yeah.
So you waste your time playing without validation. That doesn't amount to nothing. You
Yeah.
cannot imagine what will come of the things you're creating or you put on the table.
Okay. Also, speaking of, in music that kind of resonates with your journey and
Hmm.
all, is there a book that you could
A
say
book,
changed how you saw life or how you see life or
How Not to Give a Fuck.
how not to
To
give
give a
a
fuck, yes. I can't
yeah.
remember the name of the author, but like, yeah, that book, it shaped down the mountain of human consideration. That,
Yeah.
and by human consideration, I mean the thought process of other human beings. It severed that link between me and that for the most part, so that you can enforce your boundaries without being scared of offending
Mm,
people, and you can refuse. You can say no without being sentimental about it. How do you feel? Understand? Like,
yeah.
because sometimes we put ourselves in situations because we're scared to offend.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's easier said than done. It's just all about your mental working. So, like, yeah, for the most part, that book helped me understand. Then there's one by Joel Austin, Becoming the Best Version of Yourself.
Okay.
That too showed me that your best days are always ahead, and that's how life should be lived.
Yeah. Okay, okay. So if Ote was to have another name,
Mm-hmm.
if it was to like reinvent itself and just become something new. Okay, we have the Gen Alpha that probably they've never heard of Ote and all, and they want
Mm-hmm.
to reinvent and just come out as something new. What's the name you would suggest that Ote should be?
Man, I swear to God. Actually, that's a very interesting question, and I genuinely wish that you know I would could easily come up with something on the spot. But like I just said, with the show workings,
They
that's
sure.
that. With the show workings,
Okay.
that's just it. It's those workings
Okay.
that are being shown that allowed the name to even have any strength in the
Okay.
first place.
Showcase.
Exactly. So like yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
that's it.
Okay, that's a very interesting one, Dio.
Hmm.
But okay, so the I'm going to like ask you a personal question before
Hmm.
we round up with our podcast. But before then, I'm going to have to tell you guys to please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hmm.
Okay, Dio, what what was the most difficult aspect of your journey?
Mm,
Not your journey as a creator,
mm,
not your journey as discovering the best, your journey towards discovering the best version of you.
mm. Man, I think the hardest part was or yeah was intentionally undervaluing myself and what I was capable of.
Hmm.
And that in itself is a mindset that just makes you susceptible to a lot of dangerous things.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm just glad that I'm out of that.
By dangerous things, you mean self limitation, self doubt,
Self-limitation, self-doubt, self-sabotage.
yeah,
Yes,
inferiority
that
complex.
see it can morph into so many things. When we even talk about self-sabotage and self-limitations, if you ask the next person, they have their own experience of it and their own practice of it and the way they go about it. So
Hmm.
like yeah.
Okay. So
So
the
yeah.
Ote community is basically telling us not to try to just keep constantly trying to play with and or maybe with the fashion and or there is more to Ote. There is an in-depth knowledge of yourself, and this has nothing to do with the God you serve, the food you eat. It has things to do with the music you listen to, obviously, because Alte is all about culture and all, but like there is more to it than just sorry, but wearing multiple clothes and looking like your
Mm.
problem. But there is actually more to it. And I mean, Dario Adele has helped us explain quite a lot of things that if you listen to, you get more knowledge on all day. So we've come to the end of this podcast today and see you guys on our next episode. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Blood, for coming,
Mhm.
Dario.
Mhm.